Hello and welcome to Trailblazers right here on the wireless. My name is Sim Nongauza and this show is all about action, adventure and the beauty of the outdoors, of course. And today I have an incredible lady joining me. And I must say, she is a partner. Okay, a partner in trail running, my partner in trail running, and she's also a Vets.This. And what I can tell you is that we recently took up a challenge together, 5 kilometers and 11K, and I may have come before her on the finish line, but the next day I couldn't even move an inch. And guess what she did? There she was on a Monday morning, fresh and energetic, and she was doing what she does best, of course. What I can tell you, strength and endurance are definitely what you can describe her. And her name is Amanda Young. Welcome to Trailblazers.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today.
How are you doing?
Good. And I mean, this rain is just amazing that we need in this town, but it is great to be here with you guys.
Oh, fantastic. What inspired you to become a Vets.This? Let's start there.
So I qualified in 2004 as a vet nurse, so it's been many years. But my passion for animals has stemmed way back, I think, when I was born. So my parents have been very involved in dogs and dog showing since, my entire life. I think I showed my first dog when I was 3. So, and being involved in dogs, horses, I always wanted to be a marine mammologist, and be with the dolphins, and then got involved in, I thought, no, maybe this is not for me. Got involved in a vet practice as a receptionist for many years, and then thought I needed more. There had to be more for me than just being a receptionist. I mean, the receptionists do an amazing job, and I mean, I think they take a lot of the stress from clients and things. So, I mean, I'll never dish a receptionist. And then the boss that I was at the time said, what about vet nursing? I looked into it, was accepted, and never looked back.
Wow, that's incredible.
So,
I must say you have quite a lot of years doing that.
Don't tell anybody.
Which leads me to my next question, because how do you handle difficult or stressed animals in your clinic?
So it's obviously very difficult. An aggressive dog and a fearful dog can obviously be two very different animals. So an aggressive dog, you know exactly where you're standing with them. They're aggressive straight away. You deal with a fearful dog, can obviously come in with these big eyes and be fearful, but let you still work with it. The next minute can obviously try and bite you. So you do hope that clients are very upfront with how they think the dogs are going to, or cats even, are going to react around them or around you as a stranger. So sometimes, unfortunately, the animals are better away from the clients because they pick up on the stress of the clients. But obviously there are such things as what we call the chill protocol, which can be given the day before and the morning of before they come in, and those dogs and cats are much more relaxed when they come in. Unfortunately, sometimes clients holding the dogs does help. We might have to muzzle, unfortunately, if that's what we have to do. So it just depends what kind of the situation. But having good kennel staff that know how to handle, and obviously just giving some of those animals time is obviously normally the best way to do it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, what are some of the most difficult aspects of being in a veterinary industry, and how do you deal with that stress?
So unfortunately, I mean, you are very invested in a lot of your clients, and your clients are there from puppies all the way through to obviously when they're adults and geriatrics, and you go that whole route with them. So it can be clients, the long hours, clients obviously having high expectations of what they can accept from you. I think what a lot of clients don't understand is the vets and the vet practices and everybody, they have lives at home. They have the stresses at work, trying to run the business, trying to get through all their cases every day. And now you've got clients who are demanding this and demanding that, but they're trying to do their best and trying to get there. So I think for me, I just wake up every day and feel good about life. So I do try and bring that to work. But it is unfortunately trying to juggle so many different aspects within the practice, trying to keep clients happy, trying to obviously make sure that you're giving your everything to every single client that you see. I think the biggest problem that we have with clients is they expect, I wouldn't say so much, but you don't go into your doctors and demand.
Okay.
You will kind of make your appointment. If your doctor says, I can only see you at 4, you go, thank you very much, and you see them at 4. Where with us, they'll come in and say, why can't you see us now? What's wrong with you? Why are you not giving me the attention type of thing? But you would never dream of doing that with your doctors. So I do think all of our vets are superheroes, but underneath those capes and those multiple hats that they wear, they are normal people who do make mistakes, maybe can't cope with everything that they're doing that day, but are trying their absolute hardest. And I think clients need to actually kind of understand that.
Yeah. Well, I must say that when you said that you, as vets, you guys are superheroes, I think that is true because you do really take time to take care of our animals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really appreciate you on that one. And speaking of you juggling so many things, you are known locally for running and hiking. Tell me, what are the benefits of that?
So for me, as a personal, I mean, when I say I run, that's quite a loose term. There's more walking than running involved. But it is, I mean, going out into that fresh air, it is so good for my soul, my mind. If I go walking either by myself, you just organize your life and you can sort out the dilemmas that you have in your brain that you can't understand why. You just figure things out for yourself. And you finish that walk and you've enjoyed it with your dogs or your friends or whatever. And I think it just revives you. It just prepares you for the next day or the next week of what might be coming your way type of thing. And I mean, to me, there's nothing nicer than being out on the trails with my dogs, with my friends, trying to chase you around the field, never catching you. Never going to catch you. But it's just, I think, doing something different to not the norm as well. Finding what actually sparks you. So be it running or be it cooking or baking, it's just something that takes you away from your say your everyday routine type of thing and just gets your brain functioned and thinking in a different direction.
That's incredible. I'm so glad you mentioned your dogs because what has been your favorite trail or run that you have done?
Oof, I've done so many. So I do love Big O Sports or Big O Solutions runs. So, but never trust Chris when he tells you it's flat because no part, as you will well know from the Paws, is any part of that trail flat. But I mean, I think for me, when I first started doing trail running, I was obviously overweight and very unfit, and I was always the last person home. And I think I've even had ambulances follow me the whole trail. And I did complain that I didn't think that was quite fair because it made me feel a little bit like I was going to die. But he's always been so encouraging.
Yes.
And he accepts everybody, every size, every fitness levels. He's never once like think, oh, no, not Amanda. Well, maybe he does think that. No, not Amanda again. But that's, I think the trail runners, I find, because obviously that's more what I do, are definitely so accommodating and they just welcome everybody into their fold type of thing. And I think it's just so much fun. So I do find Chris's runs are challenging,
yes,
but they are beautiful. All the venues that he's gone to are absolutely stunning. The one thing that I do push myself for every year is I do the Nasna 21, which challenge. So that is in July, and that is also beautiful. And once again, I think also that comes together. You can run and then you meet up with somebody and you just start chatting to them and they can be complete strangers. Then you run on, and it is also really good. So that's my challenge every year for myself is to do that one. But in between, obviously, I just love any trails that we can find in the area, basically. And I mean, there are so many different trails, and this town is actually beautiful. We have some amazing routes that I think people don't really know about in the area. I mean, you've done quite a few hikes now, and I mean, it's just PE has so much to offer. It's
incredible, and I'm glad you say that you find somebody that you're running with that you don't know, then you chat. Because I did when you challenged me. I found my trail friend.
Did you find a sexy man?
Not that. Maybe next time. Well, since you have a tribe. A beautiful tribe of dogs. And I know that you took a different dog when we did the 5K and the 11K. How do you choose which dog to take on each trail?
So I've got 15 Australian Shepherds at home. So I have quite a few to choose from. So obviously, Cole, I did have Kent, who was my heart dog that I used to do a lot of trail with. And everybody in the trail world knows Kent. And then unfortunately he passed away. So and then I looked for the next dog. So the biggest thing when it comes to trail running or exercising your pets is obviously age. You've got to be very careful what age you start exercising dogs from a long-term injury and that kind of stuff. You don't want to cause arthritis and problems in your growing dogs.
Definitely.
So Cole is now the dog that I'm running with. Cole is full of energy, has too much energy. and he absolutely loves everybody that he meets.
Oh, I can attest to that.
So he is an amazing ambassador, I think, for the breed, and he is very easy to obviously take to the events. So I did have little Sushi with me at the 5K. I think she thought there was a little bit out of her league that day. And then obviously the other dog that I do have is Hashi, but he's not as fit as Cole. So from a fitness point of view, Cole is the dog currently. I mean, obviously when I walk at Norm Hudlin or whatever, I take 4 or 5 dogs each time, and it's normally different dogs just to go and walk. So, but Cole is the main one.
Cole is the main man
because he pulls me up those hills. Actually, it's the main reason why I take him.
He also helps you.
Exactly.
Wow, we love Cole. We love Cole. So let's talk about Paws for Vets.
Yes.
What made you to launch this event?
So it wasn't actually only me. So we were actually at work the one time, and actually Jimmy happened to see the event on. So there's an organization in America called Not One More Vet, and they launch or have a yearly race around the world. So we actually found the event online, and we were talking about it, and we were thinking, maybe something we can get involved in and pay and whatever. And then unfortunately we had heard of a vet that it actually was his first year in practice down in the Garden Route that it committed suicide with it only being in work for over a week. And that was obviously, devastating to the profession. Yeah. So we started obviously investigating, seeing what information we could get from Not One More Vet in America. So the main thing is obviously, which they have confirmed with us, all money raised in South Africa will stay in South Africa. So that was obviously a concern of people that why must the money go over there? But all money raised here will stay here. I also do hydrotherapy. So unfortunately, all my hydrotherapy clients, I do bounce a lot of things off. And Polly and Bronwyn from the Wireless,
yes.
Obviously I was chatting to them, and they just railroaded me, is that a good word? No, really? Into let's do this.
Yes.
And they came up with the support. Then obviously I thought, okay, phone Norm Hudlin. They said yes straight away. Phone Chris from Big O Solutions saying, would he help me with that side of things? He said nobody has hesitated in supporting who I've spoken to. So
yes.
I am obviously trying to coordinate everything, but there's a massive team that I'm very, very thankful behind. And as I said, it was something that we were going to do within house, say within our practice, but it's just gone further than that now. All the other practices are already sharing the event on social media, getting it out to all their clients, which I am hugely grateful for. But it's quite scary when you think, and when I was speaking to somebody, they said the vets' suicide rates and mental wellness is number 1 or number 2 in the world. You know, and that is quite scary. I love my vets, and it's my passion is being in the veterinary profession. And when you hear that is we are number 1 or number 2 in the suicide rate, that's very, very scary. So the more we can put out there and support each other, I think it's only going to benefit everybody.
You are an amazing person. You are a trailblazer, I should say that. Well, just a bonus question. Your dogs are seen locally winning prizes and collecting medals. So, who has more medals between you and your dogs?
Oh, unfortunately, the dogs. I try and look as pretty as them, but unfortunately, they're the ones that are the prettiest ones in the ring. So, the dogs definitely have more medals and more. Cole, the other day, I'll just say this quickly. So, I got home and we didn't have any runs on the weekend, and I got home and Cole was trotting around with a medal in his mouth.
Wow.
And I was like, shame, boy, I'm sorry, there's no events this week. So he thought, he'll just go find his own medal. So I'm very grateful. My dogs are amazing, but they are a massive part of my life.
Yes.
As I keep saying to everybody, I just rent a bedroom for my dogs at home. The rest of the house is theirs.
Definitely. Well, you have a very beautiful tribe of dogs, I must say that. Well, Amanda, thank you so much. That has come to an end of our interview. Pleasure. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being and taking time in your busy schedule and being with us on the Wireless.
No, it's absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me. You guys are absolutely amazing getting this out there.
Yes.
I do appreciate that.
I guess I'll see you on the 1st of May.
1st of May, 5K. Let's do this, girl.
Yes, we're doing it. That was Amanda Young chatting all things Paws for Vets right here on Trailblazers.